Live and raw, running and gunning with KG and the Ringmaster. It's the Diggin with KG and Ringy Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show. Coming to you from the prestigious ATC studios in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, where we talk about treasure hunting, metal detecting, and just about everything else. Except for goat roping, corn dogs, llama farms, and unicycles. That's where we draw the line. So without further ado, here are your beloved international superstar television hosts, King George and Ringmaster Tim.
Okay, Cage, you ready for this?
Yeah, are we on, Ring? We on?
I think we're on.
All right, first try this week so far. You are getting it down, buddy.
I don't know how.
I
know we're getting it to work. Look at that. First try, stream went on. First time recording. First time everything just went smooth. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It won't be as good as the guys from Detect America.
Oh, I dream about that sometimes. I was awake last night thinking, geez, if I could just be more like Steve and Frank. Yeah,
and I want to be more like Ron.
I knew it.
He listens. He's cool and collected, and he's absorbing everything. Everybody else just kind of throws stuff out there, but he's like a sponge taking it all in, all this knowledge.
Yeah, he is. He is definitely a sponge. We got some stuff to talk about this week,
all right.
Cage.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good show here today. They're all going to be good, but this is going to be really good.
Yeah. Oh, before we even start talking about anything, our event schedule, shows the guests of the show, if you go to diggintv.com or whatever. But next week, it just still says TBA, to be announced or whatever.
Yeah.
We're working on a really cool guest, but we aren't 100% sure. We're not 100% sure he's, locked in yet, right, Cage? Can you give me any more info?
Well, that's right. I just talked to him today. This is a good buddy of mine. He's overseas in Saudi Arabia on the front lines of the war. And we're trying to get him and a couple of his buddies on the show for next week. But he's trying to get all the paperwork done and all the clearances and everything so that it's legit and legal. And I don't know, people listen in from the country. There's just a lot of paperwork he's trying to shuffle through, but it sounds like it's going to be a go. If worst case scenario, if it's not this week, we will have him. I mean, I guarantee you we'll have him because he's super excited. And he actually has one of the guys from like the bomb squad, like they go out and find roadside bombs and stuff with a metal detector. And he's trying to get him to get on it with him. So that'll be a awesome show.
Heck yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to talk to like a guy that metal detects and, I'm sure.
Yeah, and literally his life depends on it.
Yeah, it's like we're out there just relaxed, trying to have some fun. And it's like he's got a different perspective to share,
Trying to scratch out a wheat penny. And every hole is like he's got to dig it with a toothbrush.
Yeah. So anyway, last week we came out with the coin shooter, the quick hitter, and we got this huge response. A ton of people started sending in a bunch of shot coins, which I think is really cool. Look at all these.
Oh, that is awesome.
Look at that.
Really cool.
Yeah, there's a buffalo.
Being from Montana, how many bullets have we found with bullet holes in them?
I know. Cool. A zillion. But, I mean, that's really cool. And then we got another one here. I started laughing when I first saw this one. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. You'll know this guy, Cage. Who do you think this is?
Oh, Warren, that's in Australia, huh?
Yeah,
they're not allowed to have guns over there, are they?
Yeah. I think they gave them back to him or whatever. But that's one of those old giant pennies. Looks like it got hit twice. Yeah.
Of course, that was probably before they had all the strict laws on guns in Australia, huh?
Yeah. And then, that was way back. That penny, that looks like something from the teens, the early part of the 1900s. And look at this thing he found, too. This is pretty cool.
No way.
It's a cricket medal or badge or buckle or something. The cricket's huge over there. We're the only one with our own sports, baseball and football.
Maybe somebody from the losing team got mad and blasted a
Yeah.
bullet through his belt.
Well, Warren was saying something about the fact that like this lion, like he's holding the cricket bat or whatever and the ball and stuff. And he
Yep.
got shot right in the butt. But it's, I think it's like an English team or something. And I don't think they really like the English teams over there. So maybe that's why it got shot. But that's pretty cool, huh?
Very cool. What else
Yeah.
we got?
And what else we
for us?
got? Let's see here.
Oh, you gotta look at the list. Huh?
Yeah, I got a bunch
You
of
sent me
little
the
notes.
list, and I totally forgot to print it out. So I'm just
You did that last week too.
Ass
I
winging
know.
it
I got
today.
it, and you're just like, okay, what else we got? And it's like, well, thanks for the help. Yeah, thanks for all the help, Cage.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows the day after the Super Bowl, we're coming out with this. It's our new The Lost episode. So if you're jonesing for one more TV episode, there you go. We'll get that one out for you. And that's like, the Monday after the Super Bowl. And we got another quick hitter coming out Thursday, I think this Thursday it's scheduled for. And that's pretty cool. We both find silver in it. So I was I like that one. And then we got, we'll talk about the FH7 when we get our guests on because they're heavily involved in it. So we'll save that for a little bit later. But I wanted to ask you about something because I saw a post you made earlier.
Uh-oh.
So
I think I know where this is going.
Did you do something this weekend?
Well, I actually, an old buddy of mine, Kurt Stiles, I go fishing with him and metal detecting a little bit. He's a retired railroad guy, but he knows this where I live around southeastern Kansas, like the back of his hand. Well, he told me about an old bottle dump, a massive dump, turn of the century dump, and even earlier where he said he remember walking through there fishing and stuff, and there'd be cork bottles sticking out of the ground. So he actually took me out, showed me exactly where it was. We had to get permission from two different people to go there, but we went there and I mutilated it. I found all these bottles, literally all these bottles, and so many more that I didn't even bring out. And I bet 6 hours. 6 hours. Oh, that's a good one there.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that in depth in a couple of minutes here.
But I got permission at that dump, and it's going to produce a ton of stuff. My only problem is I'm dumb as heck with bottles. I don't know what's good, what's not good. I've been, people all over the internet has been helping me out with, what they are and what they aren't. So 90% of them are probably junk, but that's all right.
But it's cool. You find an embossed bottle and you're psyched about it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And, but the one you found, you found some really cool ones. Check these out. Look at them all. Those are all embossed, awesome, like bitters bottles, and some of them are corkies. Most of them are corkies, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably most of the bottles that come out of there are corkies, and it might be right at that transitional period to where they started putting twist tops, because every once in a while I'll find a twist top, but most of them are cork bottles and tons of embossed bottles. It's insane. And this place is good size, so I have yet to even scratch the surface on it. So hopefully I can get back in there and dig some bottles up. Hey there. Some people on the internet have been commenting about that one.
Yeah, we gotta try to keep this PG, but I am gonna read this because
PG-13
this is PG-13. Mother's Friend. That's a cool bottle. It's a liniment for expectant mothers to use externally. It softens the muscles and causes them to expand without discomfort. If used during most of the period of pregnancy, there will be no morning sickness, no rising breasts, no headache. When baby is born, there will be little pain, no danger, and labor will be short and easy. $1 a bottle at druggists. That had to be snake oil.
It obviously didn't work because it would be really popular today. And I know with having 2 kids, my wife probably would have liked it. I don't know. Here's the bottle right here. And there's still actually, there's actually some stuff in there.
Yeah, maybe you should try that out on yourself.
I wonder how it works on chafing. Right?
Yeah, maybe aftershave. Try it as an aftershave. See what happens.
After detecting all day long in the hot, smoldering heat, and you have that irritation, apply Mother's Friend.
Liberally. Yes.
Liberally, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's funny that you had that. You got me thinking because I went out this weekend. It snowed 4 feet here, some freak snow, I mean, just a week ago, we're out detecting. I was out with my buddy Kane, and he pulled out a Sterling ring and stuff. We'll show you that in a quick hitter coming up or something. But then we had this freak snowstorm. And so this weekend, we went down the hill into the desert to get some heat and stuff. And I actually found a couple of bottles. And one of them is this little thing here. Let's see if I can. It says Bell Ann's. Bell Ann's. It's a little embossed bottle. And once you posted that, I'm like, I wonder what mine is. So I looked it up, and here it is.
Well, there it is.
For indigestion. It's that little bottle up in the corner there. But if you look at it, the very first thing it says is flatulence, gas, sour stomach, heartburn, and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, awesome. Flatulence and gas. I kind of thought they were the same thing, but maybe not. I don't know, Cage. We're finding some good stuff. There was nothing left in my bottle, though, so I'm out of luck, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I know before I found bottles that were like hair tonics and stuff, it's supposed to make your hair grow and take care of dandruff and stuff. I rubbed it all over my head, and my hair did not come back.
Yeah. One of those was for hair, wasn't it? That's up on
I think it's the brown one or the little, I don't know. It might be the Mr. Cardwell syrup. I don't know. But it's fun. I mean, it's just like a whole new, style of treasure hunting.
Yeah, and it is. And like you said, neither one of us, I mean, we know enough to know that, an embossed old cork bottle is, something you want to hold on to or whatever, but we don't know which ones are, super rare or anything. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of buddies that bottle hunt, Pete, Chattel and all them. I think they all bottle hunt, and a buddy of mine up in Alaska, he bottle hunts. He's been really giving me a lot of info on it. But I'm thinking we're going to have a bottle show one of these days, and maybe they can explain, what to look for in a bottle and when to keep it and when to throw it against a giant rock and just shatter it.
Right. Throw it at each other. I remember back in the old days when we used to treasure hunt and stuff, and we'd find a common beer bottle or whatever. We'd try to throw it as close to each other as we could without hitting and break it. We'd say it's too close for comfort. Every time it would get a little too close. Yeah.
When you start getting glass as shrapnel up, above the waist, it's getting close. It's getting way too close.
We don't do that anymore because we're smart and we learn from our mistakes.
We're mature adults. We're responsible parents and citizens of the American world.
Yes. Yep. We're living the American dream.
All right. We're going to burn this show up, and we're not even going to have time for our awesome guests.
No, we'll go as long as we have to, but let's get him in here. It's a good idea. Have you read it, but I know you didn't print it off. So
I could talk about him, but I don't know have any clue what you read.
I'll go see if I can get him in here real quick.
Get him in here, yep.
And see what happens. It's going to take me a second here because I'll have to admit him back in there.
Show the world you have 16 cameras in your room. Hey, I'm moving. I'm getting internet out in my man cave next month, so I'm gonna have an awesome setup. So hopefully I'll have a cool setup like you.
Awesome. I can't wait to turn your camera off on you again.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, he's there. Gallery view. There we go. Oh, look at that. You guys jumbled around a little bit. Cool. All right.
There's Gary.
Hey.
There he is.
All right. Hi, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Great.
I got to pop him up on the screen here. It's taking me a minute.
I see him.
Well, you see him.
I saw him. but nobody else in the world can. Oh, well.
Now they can.
There they are. Good-looking
are.
gentlemen from Florida.
Yeah, yep. There they are.
Must be down to 70 down there. Mark's got his coat on.
It's close.
Cold.
All right.
It's below 60.
Before we even start talking, I got to do my guest intro. So you guys hold on here. And as you know, I do a lot of research and get all the facts straight. So we'll kind of debate that after this is done here. So,
Yeah.
All right. In case you guys don't know who Mark and Gary are, here they are. The two Florida treasure hunters you are about to meet are kind of like Transformers. There's more than meets the eye, if you know what I mean. Both of them are excellent divers, and one of them is an incredible artist, making crazy detailed miniatures of just about everything, including KG and me. The other is an ex-alligator hunter, tightrope walker, Chinese coin lover, and original Disney World cast member. Both enjoy prowling the beaches at night dressed as ninjas during a full moon, and they plan to square off in a hip-hop dance contest at the FH7 hunt later this month. Please welcome Marc Hoover and Gary Penta.
Great intro.
I crack myself up all the time,
Great.
That was really good. I hit it nail right on the head with a Chinese coin lover.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No comment on that Chinese coin?
That's a
well,
Hoover
look,
thing.
if you're ever going to go into a contest where you're trying to find the oldest coin amongst everybody in the group, just pull out one of these.
There it is. We actually, a few years ago, went to Florida and hunted with Mark and Gary and a bunch of good fellas down there and gals. And the competition was, I had my team, the ringmaster had his team. The oldest coin won some awesome jam from Mark's lovely wife. So obviously my team won, but I found that awesome old Chinese coin. I think it's from the 1400s, I'm not sure, but it won the prize. And Mark and them were kind of thinking maybe it was a replica and it wasn't the real thing, so we had a professional ID it, and it was the real thing. So I gave it to Mark just so he would never forget that awesome day in the field. And we did leave there we actually packed out probably 20 to 30 ticks per person after that.
Yeah.
We were eating dinner and picking ticks off of us, remember?
Ticks are just always on me anyway. It's just ridiculous. And
I could get a tick in the ocean.
Yeah. KG really could. Yeah.
Okay.
It's insane. So
It was definitely authenticated. It was 1850s, but it was authenticated.
Thanks, buddy.
all right. Now,
Yeah.
we're having you guys on. I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons because, we have guests on here that are, way more than just treasure hunters. They've got a past or they have some kind of other awesome hobby. And we're going to get into a bunch of that stuff, but the timing of this is for a reason, and it's because we're doing the FH7 hunt together coming up this month. And I know that you guys might have something to say about it. I don't know if you have any extra info about this or, if you want to throw anything out there, as long as you're on.
I have no clue what that is.
That figures. Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on.
let's just say that Greg Papalo, he has done an amazing job. The guy works from sun up to sundown. He has a couple different jobs, and then he works till 4 in the morning with his logistical work, and he's doing a bang up job. He's got a couple hundred people already paid up front, a couple hundred more looking to pay on the day of the event. He's got 600 to 800 acres, and with more coming almost weekly. He's actually in good terms with the mayor in Melrose, and the mayor is actually helping to find different spots that people can farm out to.
Yeah.
But Greg is he's a stand-up guy, and it's such a great cause. Soldiers Freedom Outdoors. We're vets who need to recuperate and heal from everything from brain trauma to PTSD, and it's actually a horse ranch. For those who haven't been there, it's a beautiful country. The corrals and the horses and the ponds in the woods is beautiful. Do you agree, Mark?
I do. You know, in last year, somebody found a real. There was a large cent found there. Lots of different relics, horseshoes. Of course, you know, there will be horses in the pasture while we're hunting, which is kind of cool. You know, maybe we'll get Steve Pacifico to have a horse race with one of the horses. But we're going to have some really cool raffles and giveaways. I know you guys are bringing a lot of stuff. Gary's making some really amazing miniature stuff to raffle off. I'm going to just show you. I've posted this before, but this is a watch that we're going to raffle off. This thing is a dive watch with 600 meters, mother of pearl, just a limited edition, gorgeous watch that we're going to be raffling off. I know other people, Barb Cannell's bringing some stuff that she's made to raffle off. Scott Bird, and what's cool about it is all the manufacturers, you know, Garrett and all the other manufacturers have stepped up, and they're going to be donating stuff for this event. So kudos to Greg and his wife, Maria, and everybody that's supporting them. They're putting in a lot of work in this, and this is Florida Hunt 7. So this is the 7th of these, and they just keep getting better every year.
Right. Right. That is really cool. Yeah, we're excited to go see it. We haven't done this event before, obviously, so we haven't seen the area. But yeah, so I'm sure it'll all be ruined after this, and this will probably be the last one.
Yeah, there will never be a Florida Hunt 8 after we're done.
This is it.
That's the end of it all. Yeah. So, but some of when you're raffling this stuff off, some of it goes, or all of it, is it going to the place, to the Camp Freedom?
Yes, it is. Soldiers Freedom Outdoors. Yeah. Go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead, Gary.
Well, I'm going to be bringing them anywhere from, I've got about a half dozen now, and a lot of these are items from my kind of my private collection. You guys know I make a lot of different stuff. I mean, people accuse me of being an artist on crack. I just pump this stuff out so fast. But you know, I give most of it away, but there are select pieces that I keep, and I have them in a collection of my own. And some of these items are actually coming from my personal collection. There's one that I put on the table today. You might have seen. I think I sent a picture on the one with the fish with the diver on top. Do you have that one?
I don't know.
I believe I think that's the one you sent us in that group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that might have been sent in later. Now, as long as we're on this subject, I'm just going to show a few of these things because they're absolutely stunning. And what you're looking at, the scale of it is like tiny, right?
Some of them are. That one is. That one that you're looking at there is actually was built inside of a book. That's actually a book laying on its side. I made that one, Moby Dick, and I actually made one for Mark, or actually for a charitable event that was an auction, a silent auction.
A lot of people know you for making these tiny little detectors. Like, what is that, an AT Pro or a Max or something?
Yeah, that's a Pro.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, did you say you're giving one of these away at this event or raffling it off or something?
Well, I'm bringing probably about 5 or 6 of those on top of the other items. Like the one behind me here. If you can see that, it's not a fantasy piece.
Wait, hold on a sec. Let me get you back up there. Oh, yeah, that is cool.
See that? Basically, it's a piece of driftwood, and it's got a large fish, and there's a brass hat diver. It's a fantasy piece, and he's sitting on top of the fish.
Right, but that's obviously way big, right? That one's probably about a good 12 inches. Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah. But most of the stuff is small.
All right. And, now I'm going to go through a couple of these and you can talk us through them or whatever, because as long as we're on the subject, okay. I mean, I've seen a bunch of your work in person. It's really, really cool stuff. Like, what's this thing?
That is, I call that Nighthawks. Basically, it depicts two guys at night, and they both have headlamps on, and the headlamps light up, and they're carrying their gear, and they're going through an opening into a cemetery. And if you look between them off in the distance, you can see what my daughter explained to me is called Slender Man.
Oh,
Slender
yeah.
Man. Can you put that picture back up, Tim? Oh, I
Which
guess
one?
it's up.
It's
Never
up.
mind. It's up. That is so cool. Sorry.
That's KG. That's KG digging in the cemetery. Is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
I'm digging a hole to put Tim in. Because he's got that live thing in my face again on this show.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to look at that.
This one is actually inside of a little television maybe about that big. And I stuck the camera actually in it, and it shows KG and Ringy. You know, Ringy's got himself a little find, and he's yelling out, "Hey, KG!" He's hauling ass across the field.
That is crazy.
That is
That
so
is-
cool.
Yeah,
Just some of the work is just unbelievable. Every time I
Yeah.
see something, I'm amazed.
Yeah. It's
This
just
one here just shows a couple guys digging, and if you look real closely, everything's dark except there's a light at the top window.
I see that. Yeah, on the right side. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look at it, there's actually someone looking out the window.
Yeah.
And the other guy in orange.
Yeah, and that person's staring up at that person.
Right,
In the
exactly.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
Probably yelling, "Get off my lawn!"
Get off my property. And then one of these.
Oh man.
Okay, the one on the left is it's a champagne bottle. It's a 2021 kind of like just a mock-up, and it has a hard hat diver inside of it with a beach scene. The one in the middle, you guys know what that is.
Right, the bomb from 1958, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
freaking so awesome.
Yeah, I made a little Smithsonian's type of display with that, with your show piece that you had there. And the one on the right was actually a gift that I sent home to Carlotta, I think last time you were here, Tim, right?
Right, exactly. And I'm gonna bring this up here. Hold on a sec. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a Florida orange.
See it? And see the little
Yeah.
button on the bottom here? Now look what happens when I press this here. Bam.
That's amazing.
That's so cool.
Yep.
That is
All
just
right, turn
so
the camera
cool.
on KG Ringy.
Hold on. I got one other thing
you
I
got
got to show
more?
you. I got one more.
He said he only gave you one.
Look at this one.
Yeah.
Look at
that's
like there's a switch on the bottom. You can turn the light on and off. How cool is that? And
I call that KG and Ringy the early years, and it shows a house at night, and KG and Ringy are standing in front of the porch with a woman and her son, and they're saying, "Hey, is it okay if we come back in the morning and dig on your property?"
and she says, "Of course, because you're so good looking. Both of you are just
Handsome, yeah.
very handsome young
Right.
man."
Are you married? And we'll say, yeah, we're married. So then
You're
he
still in
kicks
high
us
school at the
off, and
time.
we got to go to the neighbor.
So okay, camera's on KG.
Camera on Cage. All right. This one right here, this is awesome. It's in a globe, like a snow globe type thing. But Gary made this for me, and it's me and my youngest daughter actually dragging out a deer. There's snow on the ground and
Oh,
whatnot.
cool.
There's that one. So I gave that to my youngest daughter, Morgan. And then he made this one for my oldest daughter. And that is me and my oldest daughter hiking through the woods with our rifles on our back. That is the detail is insane.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's
Two
crazy.
different seasons. Yeah.
So Gary, do you I know you give 99% of these, probably 100% of them away. But if somebody ever wanted to have you make them one and hire you to make them one, would you be up for that? I know it. You know, you do so much anyway. I mean, everybody that I know, has something cool from you, but it's not fair that you spend all your time working your butt off and then, giving everything away. I know you love it though.
I do love it. And yeah, I get requests from all over the world. I get requests for people. Some of them their emails and texts aren't even in English, and I have no clue what they say.
Yeah.
So I can make out some of the words, and everybody loves them. Everybody wants them. And my legacy that I've created for myself is to, as long as I can, is just share this, the things that I make with people. On a personal level, it goes pretty deep. I think you guys might know some of my backstory. And
Right
some
on.
of the
Yeah, we do.
know some of the backstory. And basically, what I could tell you is 7 years ago, our oldest son was killed in Afghanistan. And he was an ex-Marine, and he was hired by a company called Academy. And for those of you who've ever heard of Academy, it's a private security firm. They hire young ex-military folks, and they usually station by embassies. My son was at the Kabul embassy, and Academy, you might know its previous name. They used to be called Blackwater.
Right.
Yeah, Blackwater
Yep.
had to rebrand itself based on incidents that happened with them. So, I don't want to go any further now, but yeah, so what happened is that, without any formal art training whatsoever, maybe since high school, one day I just started making stuff. I don't know where it came from, whether it was a gift from above or what it was, but I just started making this stuff. And the more I did it, the better I got. And I decided that I wasn't going to try to profit off it. I was just going to, share it as much as I possibly can. And
Yeah, it's just phenomenal.
No, I can't believe it. I mean, every time he posts a picture, I want it. But I'm just like, hey Gary, what's going on? Maybe you could do that to me, But it's just to me it is. It's beautiful.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
And then not only do you make that stuff, but like this is you're really good at restoring stuff and making fantasy things out of restored objects, right? Like, what is this thing here?
Okay, that's actually from South Carolina. No, Diggin, Georgia Live. I was at Diggin, Georgia Live, and I found you could see at the top there is a plate, and the plate is from an old stove. Kind of stoves people have in their house.
Right,
and
right.
I saw it. It was in a couple pieces. I actually found a couple of pieces like an hour or so apart. Put it together on the grass, and I looked at it, and I was like, I got to do something with this. So I took it home, and I worked for a whole day. And the piece below it is it restored, basically between using different chemicals and acids and brushes. I managed to strip it, and then did research on it, and it says. It's backwards, but it says
standard heater or something.
Yeah, standard hearth. I think it was standard
hearth
or standard heath. It's one of those two. And so so I've actually got that in my display case too. I love how it looks.
Cool. And then we were talking about all the shot coins we found earlier, and I know almost every one of us, anybody that's listening to this podcast, has found one of these.
Yeah. This was digging with a really good friend of mine, Billy Keene. He lives down in Pinellas Park in Florida, and we hunt together. And Billy found this cap gun, and he had it on the back of his pickup, and he said, check it out. And I looked at it, and I said, what are you going to do with it? He said, I'm going to throw it away. I got no use for it. So let me see if I can do something with it. So I did. I mounted it on this wooden box, researched it, found out what it was, and then carefully restored it. And I presented it back to him. And I love Billy to death, and he's just such a good friend. So I'm really glad that he gave me the opportunity to work on for him.
All right,
nice.
That is cool. Now, before I go into a bunch of other finds and stuff, we got to do a little bit of talking to Mark about some of these rumors and stuff. I mean,
wait a minute. Hold on. I need to just make a comment about Gary's work.
Okay, all right.
So I do have a collection of Gary Penta artwork, and one of the things that's really nice. Yeah, I have a whole wing. So I don't want to bring it out because guys might get really jealous. But Gary signs everything. Everything's one of a kind. And what's nice about Florida Hunt 7 is, Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Gary's going to give some that'll be given away, and then some will be raffled. So we're going to do a raffle for some really nice prizes, but some of them I think will also be added to the giveaway. So my point being is that
right,
anybody that's coming is going to have an opportunity to either win them in the general drawing or in the raffle drawing.
right.
Exactly. I'm doing something called the orange raffle, and it's orange tickets. I'll have orange signs. All the stuff that I have on the table will be tagged with an orange. And just by buying one ticket of the orange tickets, you'll be eligible to win in the raffle any of the items that I have on the table. On top of that, I'm going to walk around and basically I'm just going to tap some people on the back and say, here, I want you to have this.
That is cool.
So if you get a chance to win in a raffle, you get a tap on the back and I'm standing there, I'll have a package for you.
I'm gonna
stand in front of him the
me
whole
too.
time.
I'm gonna run up in front of him. I push you out of the way and just keep turning my back to him.
Every time he gets close to somebody, I'm gonna run in between them and just, hey, what's up?
Yeah. All right.
No,
Gary,
that's awesome.
You should tell him, Gary. You should tell him sometime by the time you completely disassembled a car in your basement and rebuilt the entire car. So that'll be a cool story.
Yeah, that is actually a true story. What it is I retired from the military, and before I was metal detecting, I wanted to have a hobby, and so I went on eBay. I found a car, went to Ohio, brought it home, and that's it right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a 1949 Pontiac Streamliner. It had the original straight 8 engine in it. And I took, without really having any experience in the military, I was a mechanic in the military, but over the course of a winter, I took everything out of the engine bay and took it all down to my basement, restored it. And then come summer, put everything all back together.
That is really cool.
He said he's going to let us drive it around when we come to Florida, Tim.
Yeah, that's what we're going to use instead of a rental car. Sounds good to me.
He said it floats. He said it floats too. So.
We're going to go fishing in it.
Yeah.
Flip it upside down and go fishing.
All right. I had somebody, one of my sources supplied me with a couple of pictures, and I need some explanations of all this. I need to know what's going on here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh. I have no idea.
He does.
All right. So you flash the picture back. Oh, is it up there on the screen? Yeah, it is. So on the picture on the left, I was actually in the grand opening of Walt Disney World, and that was actually, believe it or not, 50 years ago. This October was the grand opening of Walt Disney World. Yeah,
wow.
I was 2 years old. I was holding up the costume like this. But no, I was in the high school. We did the grand opening, and then I was a casual, temporary employee where I would come back during the holidays and work as a character for Walt Disney World.
That is,
and I'm not supposed to tell you that I played Tigger, but that's what I did.
Really?
Nice.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, we could have fun with this, Ringy.
Yeah. There's some avenues we can talk about here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
hey,
Now,
we got to.
Oh, I didn't know if you
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Mark. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say the other picture was from when I was in college, when I was walking high wire to pay my way through college.
Are you kidding? That
no, he wasn't.
So were you on the bike, or you were walking type? Riding a bicycle.
I'm riding the bike, and that's my high wire partner standing on my shoulders. He's also from Orlando. Our mothers went to high school together at Orlando High School with Buddy Ebsen. From the Beverly Hillbillies. And anyway, Bill and I were high wire partners in college, and that was used as a cover photo for a medical magazine, I believe. And,
are you kidding me?
So,
yeah, say don't do this or you'll end up in the hospital. Now we should replicate this at the Florida Hunt 7 with Gary on your shoulders.
Gary could do it, and
we could do this.
Not only that, while he can ride the bike, and Gary can be on his shoulders making a piece of art, and then when he finishes, however far he gets when they get across the wire, then he gets to donate that to somebody.
And
at the
over
event.
an alligator pit. So no matter what, there's going to be action.
Yeah, because Mark's an ex-alligator wrestler or capturer or something, right?
Yeah, he's done it all.
I was a licensed alligator trapper for about 10 years here in Florida.
Oh, man.
And so that was, I have this slogan a lot of people know. It's called "Have Adventure, Will Travel."
Right.
I just love any kind of adventure. So, if anybody's listening out there and there's some special adventure that you're looking for somebody to go on with you, just call me. I'll be there. I just came back from Utah, southern Utah, as you know, and I was hanging out with the guys from Treasures in America, and they're doing all kinds of research and investigation for Spanish treasure in that southern Utah area where they came up from Mexico and started mining silver there. So it's quite an adventure that's developing, and I'm looking forward to going back out and working with those guys to help them find some of that stuff.
That is cool.
There's
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, did you also know that Marc Hoover is also a Guinness World Record holder for the longest underwater Monopoly game?
You know what? You guys are making all this stuff up.
No.
None of this can be real.
True.
If there's anybody out there who can write a book, that man right there is a good subject for a book. He's had an amazing life.
That is
Water Monopoly.
Phenomenal. Wow. Yeah. So who won? Did you win?
I don't remember. We were actually raising money.
Ran out of air.
All the other guys
come up.
Now I have so much more. I've always had tremendous respect for Mark and Gary, but after knowing the in-depth story on him, I almost feel very insignificant standing next to him, Ringy.
I know. I feel insecure. I'm thinking about not going to FH7 now.
I feel bad for giving him a bad time even.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel bad about myself and even worse about you.
All right.
Hey,
guys.
We got to talk about a couple other things, but we're going to talk about some of their cool finds, and we got to talk about scuba diving and stuff too.
Yeah.
But we got a couple of guest questions. I really want to get them in just because people ask stuff. Let's see. Hey, this is obviously for the Florida guys. Have you been more successful treasure hunting while diving off of Florida's East Coast in the Atlantic or off the West Coast in the Gulf? Bob C.
All right. Well, yeah, I can answer that. They're pretty much apples and oranges. They're into both treasure. The East Coast, the Florida Treasure Coast, which is known for its shipwreck sites from 1715 fleet. Stuff is still coming ashore, as Mark is fully aware of. There's a fleet of boats called the Queen's Jewels, and basically I work on two of them. One is the Pandion with Carl Fismer and Mark Littleton, and the other one is the Carib with Captain Mike Penninger and Bill Black. And so on East Coast, we're looking for treasure. We find a lot of pottery, ballast stones, musket balls, ship spikes, that kind of stuff. Now on the West Coast, the kind of treasure you're going to find out there is fossils. Like there's one of my meg teeth right there.
Oh yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, so we go out to the West Coast, go down to Venice, which is an ancient whale breeding ground. There's a captain down there that he's an outstanding guy, James Boswick. He is the captain of the Aristocat, and the Aristocat is one of the top boats out there that will basically, just like the East Coast, will put you on the gold. Actually put you on sites where you can find these meg teeth that are, billions of years old.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So to answer your question, both sides have different things, but they're both fantastic diving.
Yeah, that is cool. And and the thing is, with the way things have been, KG, I don't think you've been in the water for a while, and I know I haven't. It's been over a year, and I can't wait to get back and do something, jump in the water again. I mean, it's been a while. but that tooth here, where is it here? There, that I would love to find something like that. That is so cool. But yeah, I got a little thing here. Let's see if I can find this. Here, we can talk about this. This is one of the last times I was in Hawaii, goofing around. CB and I were hanging out there. CB and a turtle swimming by her. But I had my little camera, and then we started goofing around and doing some barrel rolls and stuff, I think, in here. But yeah, I cannot wait to get back in the water.
Yep.
Well, come on now. We'll all go hunt for megtooth.
We're gonna. I was actually talking to my daughter, my youngest daughter. She's scuba certified, and telling her we're gonna try to plan a trip down there with Tim and his boy, and get a big group together and go look for megteeths. And she's been freaking out ever since. When we go? And I said, well, it's gonna happen this year. So
yeah, that'll be fun. I don't know what to do. I mean, just you. At some point, I'm going to have to get back in the water. I guess I'll just go down to the lake here and jump in or something. But,
Hey, you guys want to hear a funny story, what I did to Tim in Canada? We were filming a show in Lake Erie, under the water, a dive show. We had a professional camera guy from Discovery Channel filming us. Well, everything you learn about scuba diving and safety went right out the window, because as soon as you hit the water, you never seen another person until you ran out of air and you had to come up. But we were only in about 10 feet of water, and we could see the beach. It was right there. But every once in a while, you'd be scratching around, metal detecting on the bottom, and then you would see somebody. Well, I was going along the bottom, metal detecting, and I could see Tim over in the distance, and he's fanning the sand really hard, and he's concentrating on this, this spot so hard. I snuck up behind him, and as I was going towards him, there was this about 5-pound dead bass that was all white and scummy and gross. And I picked that dead bass up, and I went swimming up behind him, and I just shoved it in his mask from the side. And he's just going, boom. He's like shoving and punching at that fish. I don't know what he thought, but he just about lost all of his air.
Yeah, I panicked. I'm an air hog anyway, because I'm always, instead of just relaxing and kicking from my knees and moving along, I'm just constantly, flipping around and, overexerting myself. But yeah, I can't wait to get back in. That'll be fun. Yeah. But hey, they got a bunch of stuff. Let's look at some of this. Gary, can you tell us something about where some of this stuff came from, or, Yeah,
okay.
Let me get rid of
the coin. And I guess that would be the upper right. That is called a VOC coin, which is from the Dutch East Indies Trading Company, which is now part of Indonesia. Mm. And it's 1790, and it is my oldest coin I've ever found. But there's a caveat to that. I actually found it in the parking lot of a coin trade show.
A parking lot of a what?
A coin trade show.
Oh, no way. Oh,
it's a legitimate find.
Hey, it's a find. It was lost,
Yep. Yeah, so that's that. And then on the other side is my fireman's ring. I made that find in one of the parks in Orange County. It is a beautiful 18 karat gold ring with a red, I think it's a ruby in it, and it's from the Philadelphia Fire Department. And I made a huge push to try to find the owner of that ring, contacting the fire departments, like the benevolent fire departments and the unions and the Widows Fund, about 7 or 8 different agencies in Philadelphia. And all I told them, all they have to do is tell me the date that's inside the inscription. And no one has been able to do that yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So what is the eyeball looking thing?
Oh, that's actually, I like all you guys, you got a major ring collection. This is one of my favorite rings right here. I brought, it's actually an eyeball.
Oh, wait, I got to go back to you. You got it right there with you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, cool.
I was living in Texas at the time, and I dug a hole and looked down the hole, and this was looking up at me.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it freaked me out.
I'd have poked it.
Yeah, it's just a cheap old, ring, but I love it.
That is cool. That's my favorite
That
kind
is
of
cool.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have got some Visine and put a couple drops on it.
After you got it out, get the red out. And maybe some glasses. Put one glass, a spy glass.
Yes. All right. What else we got? Was there anything else in there we wanted to talk about? Let's see here.
Oh, what about my hip hop mask?
Oh wait, I gotta go back.
Oh, you don't have it on there.
No.
Okay. Well, let's move on to Mark then.
All right, Mark. Mark's got some stuff here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like to tell that story. Is Mark?
There was a guy. Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so there was a guy that had lost his bezel to a 1973 Rolex watch.
Always, instead of
Him.
What?
Oh, there's a bunch of feedback from your sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody must have turned on their computer or something.
Oh.
So we were looking for his bezel. This was actually given to him in high school as a graduation gift, and they had been looking for about 3 days. And so they asked me if I wanted to come out, and so we went out there and just looked and saw that there was this long hedge, and I had to use my pen pointer and went all the way through it and didn't find it, and then finally somewhere out in the grass, and this was 6 acres, by the way.
Oh,
Somewhere in the grass, I actually found that bezel for his Rolex. And I walked up to his door, knocked on the door, and I said, "I understand you lost the bezel to a Rolex watch." And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Can you tell me what it looks like?" And he said, "Sure. It's black and it kind of fits on this watch." And I said, "Well, does it look like this one?" And he said, "Oh my gosh, you found my bezel." So anyway,
That's
we had
cool.
fun with it.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And he said, "Is there anything else that I can do for you for finding that?" And I said, "Yeah, can we hunt the rest of this property for the next rest of the day?"
Right.
So that's it. We got our permission.
Well, that's cool.
That
And
is
then
awesome.
there's some pretty cool stuff here too.
Yeah, so the U.S. belt plate, this is a long story behind it. I won't go into it other than to tell you that this is a true story. The U.S. belt plate was my first target on my first Civil War hunt in Virginia.
Holy cow.
And you can see where the disc marks had gone across the top of it. So it's kind of beat up a little bit, but yeah, it was, I didn't even know what it was when I got it because it had clay all over it. And I called a buddy of mine on the radio and I said, "Hey, I found this thing. I think it's got an S on it." And he said, "Oh, no way." He said, "Flip that thing over. What do you see on the back?" And I said, "There's these 2 little hooks on the back." And he said, he came sprinting across the field and he said, you didn't find a box plate. You found a U.S. belt plate. So anyway,
Nice.
that was a cool find.
Yeah. And then what's the story behind the axe?
Yeah, so I found the axe head up in New Jersey at a hunt, and I was in scouting. I did not know that was a Boy Scout axe head. And I cleaned it up and realized that it was a Boy Scout axe head made by Plum back in the 1950s. And so I went ahead and restored it, put the new handle on it, got a leather case for it. So other than the pits, it's pretty much been restored.
Yeah. Cool.
Which I love doing. Yeah. And then that other bottle was from an old gold mining ghost town in Idaho, where the entire town burned to the ground, and most of the glass was either melted or broke. And I found it because it had a little metal tip on it. I was able to find it. I was able to find it just under the dirt, and it says Panad's perfume. So I thought that maybe it was a perfume bottle, but actually my wife Gail found a poster from 1900, and it was a hair tonic bottle is what it was. So we think that bottle was in the barbershop, and they just threw it out the window when it was over, when they were through with it.
Oh yeah.
Went under the dirt and saved it.
Yeah, that is way cool.
It is awesome.
Now, hey, I gotta talk about something here. I'm gonna switch this over real quick. Full screen on the Ringmaster. Look at the magazine here. I just got my brand new American Digger magazine. This is if you don't know what American Digger is, I can't believe you're watching this
you
podcast.
Haven't been metal detecting very long, yeah.
But I mean, it's just an awesome magazine. But anyway,
it's even awesomer this month.
Yeah,
Awesomer.
Unfortunately, I canceled my subscription because of this. The back cover. Look at that.
Yeah. Real. Yeah.
KG.
American Digger and Butch Holcomb will actually be at Florida Hunt 7. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Last time we did a hunt in New England with them, we had a blast. They're a fun bunch of guys. But yeah, this that fine KG was so awesome. I mean, I can't believe that. I was standing about 20 feet from him when he's like, "Hey, I think I got a silver coin."
Yeah, I thought I had a quarter. Actually,
yeah. And then you thought you had like a half, I think, and I go, it might be a quarter, or one of us thought one or the other, and neither one of us were even thinking about a real. That's just so cool. But
Thanks,
so
Ringy, give me a shout out. That's a first.
I'm just trying to build up your confidence, Cage, because I know how insecure
no, because
you
I'm getting
get.
closer to Florida and then pounding.
Yeah. We'll be pounding the ground.
I got a quick Confederate find story for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Several months ago, I was down in South Florida at a park that had an old sugar mill at it. And I started pulling up these old buttons, pant buttons and things like that. And then I pulled up a CSA button that said, it was a CSA button, that's what I remember. And I started to freak out.
You sent me a picture.
Yeah, I actually called Mark, sent him a picture. And then I started finding eagle buttons. And I'm like, Mark, I'm finding eagle buttons mixed in with CSA buttons. I said, you know what that means, right? He says, a battle. And he goes, there aren't any battles down there. I said, Mark, I'm getting ready to change Florida history. And then I started finding buttons that still had the thread on them.
Reenactor?
Yeah, I found out that the place has been a reenactment field for like 20 years.
Yeah. You know what?
That.
Eventually those are going to be starting to be collectible because they're going to get to be 50 and 100 years old. It's going to be funny.
Tim, remember when we were doing the John Brown battlefield or here in Kansas? It was like supposedly the first skirmish over slavery down here, but we were going along and we just started pulling all these mini balls out of the ground, and they were like shiny brand new mini balls with crusty patina. I'm like, what the hell's going on here, And then come to find out they've been doing reenactments there for 15 years too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With live ammo, apparently. Yeah. So, all right, hey, let's do some advice stuff. These guys can help us with some advice if you're going to hang around. Is that okay, guys?
Sure.
All right.
We want to give away a miniature.
Yeah, and then we'll give away that miniature. Awesome. Okay, here we go.
Hey,
Ready?
Don't forget those pictures from the coming up in next month's article.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that too. All right,
okay.
we're going to do that right here. Here we go.
KG and Ringy's awesome advice.
All right. Now we got some people wrote in some stuff. This one, the first one, let's see. This one is not so much advice, but like a result of advice. It says, I've been using the AT Max for about a year and have learned a lot from watching your episodes. I wanted to thank you. The most recent episode I watched, you spoke of switching over to all metal mode and identifying a target more thoroughly, to which I did, and scored a turn of the century copper ring. It was sketchy sound, number on 0 setting, and I have never really tried the all metal mode much. when I switched over to the VDI number, it settled out and got a solid 75, so I dug it. It really works. So I just wanted to say thanks and keep up the great shows. I really enjoy watching you and KG. Take care, Burgess S.
Awesome.
Hey, shout out to you and me, Cage, for something we actually did right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who gave us that advice? Because I have no clue how he even set that up.
I just make all these up, really. I just write them. And,
Right. You write them to make us look good.
yeah, exactly. All right, here's one. I asked my hubby for a 4.5-inch coil for Christmas for my AT Pro, which he bought me. I'm wanting to know when is the best time to use it, Janine P.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. When you're making your husband a sandwich? Oh, harsh.
That's bad.
That is so bad. No,
What was the size of the coil?
4.5-inch on an AT Pro. I don't know.
Small one, really small.
It's even smaller than the 5x8, I guess. So I would say I'd be using it where you're hunting in a super trashy area where you're not worried about depth and you just want to separate out some stuff.
Yeah, right. Because
Right?
the bigger the coil, the more masking there is. So you want to put the smaller coil on. If you're usually a lot of house sites, there's a lot of trashy areas around them. So switch to that small coil. You're not going to get as much depth, but you're going to get more separation. So you'll be able to pick out the silver and the coppers and the golds in amongst all the iron trash. So
Right.
use a small coil. I hardly ever use the great big coil, unless I'm in a big field and there's not a lot of targets. But otherwise, I go with the small one.
All right. And we already asked the one about the West Coast and East Coast. So that looks pretty good. You want to give away something?
Yeah.
Want to give away something?
Gary's awesome miniature.
Yeah. And
Did
hey,
you tell Gary that we have a nickname for him now?
yeah. Eminem.
Eminem. Miniature Man.
Miniature Man. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah.
Fitting.
Okay.
We were all proud of ourselves when we thought that one up.
Yeah.
That was a team
You're
effort.
high-fiving. Anyway, sorry.
All right, here we go.
Do
Let's do what do you want to do? Let's give away that awesome miniature thing. What do you think?
Okay. Let's do this. Let's recap.
Prize giveaways.
So you're gonna have to watch you have eyes on the comment section, Tim?
I can. Hold on a second.
All right, you look
I mean,
at the
are we going to
comment
give? I'm trying to find that thing we were talking about giving away. Where did it disappear to? There it is. I think that's it. And you tell me, Gary, is this what we're going to give away?
That's it. Yeah, miniature.
That's
It's
the one.
All right.
yeah.
And
That's
I kind of got eyes on comments, and then
Okay.
Well,
Gary probably does a little bit.
And I've already got the winner selected from this week, unless you want to do it a different way.
No, that's fine. I didn't know that. Yeah, go ahead. And do that.
Yeah. We
do
always
that.
have
That'll-
if you're out there and you want to win any of this cool stuff, just leave a comment anywhere on any one of these live feeds and we'll pick it up for the next week. There you go. Tom Burt Kingery, the grand prize winner. He's going to win cars. He got the miniature. He got it all this week. Pretty
Nice.
awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah, we're going to throw in some stuff from Adventures in History too, like cooling towel, patches, stickers.
Stuff like
all kinds
this,
of cool stuff.
Mark.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that stuff.
That's
All
nice.
right.
Look at a
I
patch.
use one of those cooling towels when I go bass fishing in the summer, and they're awesome.
Oh, that's
We'll
good.
put our
Very
stuff in a
good.
package and send it from Florida.
Yeah. You can send it from Florida, and we'll send our stuff from here, and they'll get 2 boxes then.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Tom Burt Kingery, you got a week to tell us, and there you go. And then we do have to give away for the find of the week too. We got to do that real quick. We got that all set up. Ready? Here we go.
Fantastic finds.
All right. Guess who won this week? Check this out. 1804 Largy.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. Cool find. And it's not just the fact that it's an 1804 largie, but look at the condition, XF or whatever. That's pretty awesome. So
I
anyway.
can't believe he writes his name backwards.
Yeah, these guys, if you guys don't know, whoever's on the show, they get a mirror image feedback, to them. Because if I fed it back to them so they could actually see it, then you guys would see the mirror image. So
who
figured
won
that
it?
out. Yeah.
What was
It
the
was
name?
the guy's name was James Bertolosio. James Bertolosio. Am I saying that right?
I don't.
Sure.
Bertolosio,
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Awesome find.
congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
Just PM us your info and we'll get you your stuff out. Yeah. So what else we got? Anything we want to talk about to wrap it all up, or you got any more?
You were going to talk about that.
Oh.
Did you have those pictures from?
Yeah. Right. I know what you're saying, Mark. All right.
I give up.
KG's totally out of the loop. So we were just talking about American Digger magazine, and Mark was telling me he has the inside scoop on something that's coming out. Is it next issue?
Next issue. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just throw the picture up there and you take it from here, because I don't know what's happening here other than I wish I would have
don't
found
either,
it.
But I'll try. Yeah. So, so just the backstory here. I started Adventures in History about 3 or 4 years ago to really tell stories, great treasure stories, adventure stories, things from history. And so we've had that on Facebook now about 4 years. So if anybody wants to join the group, they can do that. But a good friend of mine from the club, Central Florida Metal Detecting Club, he was with me when I found the U.S. belt plate. Actually was hunting on the beach. People ask about finding treasure on the beach, Spanish treasure. That picture that you saw was some of his finds from a major treasure recovery on the east coast of Florida a few years ago. And Jim, his name Jim Tippett, actually came to me and said, would you work with me and actually tell the story, write the article? And I love writing. That's something I really enjoy doing. So we spent a lot of time together. I interviewed Jim. I interviewed his wife. We did all the photos, went out on the beach. So I wrote the story and submitted it to American Digger magazine. And Butch just let me know a few days ago that the whole article is going to be in next month's or next issue, and I think it's March, April. And as far as I know, it's one of, if not the largest Spanish treasure find on the beach, not in the water, but on the beach with a metal detector.
Right.
And
right.
It is significant what he found, and it's incredible. So we look forward. This is kind of a teaser tonight, but we look forward to telling the story.
Yeah, that's really cool. I can't wait to hear more about it, because that, you saw in that picture, there was some pretty phenomenal stuff there. So I can't wait to hear the story behind it. And that it looks like there's like a little padlock keyhole thing. So maybe this was all in a little wooden box. I'm making this up. I have no clue, but
Well, that was from a front of a lock, and that's that piece on the bottom right is from, or bottom left, I don't know how it shows up, is from a flintlock. That's a side plate from a flintlock.
Absolutely.
Now the little there's some cufflinks in there, and those are tiny. Those are really small. And what you'll see on there is those are dogwood picked on those cufflinks, and dogwoods were part of that Spanish culture, and you can see them there on the cufflink. And actually, if you use a magnifying glass, there are initials on the edge of one of those cufflinks.
No way. Wow.
Yep.
Is it BB for Blackbeard?
I think it was KG or something like that.
That sounds better. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll be definitely getting that issue for sure. That's incredible.
Don't you subscribe like I do, KG?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna report you to Butch. I don't think you do. I think you're lying to me. nothing
I'm
to
gonna
say
give you
about
some
that.
of this this oil here. Keep that up. We gotta put it on your mouth.
All right. We got anything else we want to talk about or what? I mean, there's really no time limit, but
just Florida Hunt 7. I mean, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to see each other. How long? When is it? I don't even know when it is.
I don't know. Let Mark talk.
Okay.
It's February 9th. It's February 19th, 20th, and 21st. Friday night's the meet and greet. We're going to start hunting on Saturday. The giveaways will be, I believe, Saturday evening, and then there's an all day of hunting on Sunday. And it's just like 2.5 weeks away, really.
Yeah, can't wait. And I know on Monday we were staying an extra day, and we're going to go do some bass fishing. So we're thinking about having teams. Tim, I don't know if you knew this or not, but
I don't know what's
I
happening.
think me and M against you and Mark.
Sounds good to me.
Losers have to buy the other one's dinner.
All right.
Cold beverages.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
is there a McDonald's there?
No, I think me and Mark were partners. Yeah, that's
no,
what
it was me and Tim. No, I was on Tim's team.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because he just can't pick a winning team, that guy.
Well,
did I pick the teams last time? Because I think I lost, didn't I?
Yeah, we both picked.
We lost from the fake Chinese coin or something. So,
KG, I just want you to know that when we have the largest coin contest, I've already won. my Indian head penny.
Right.
That's
on.
Nice.
All right. So, should we send it out? What are we gonna do? Oh, hey, we got something else we got going on here. Hold on for 2 seconds here. See if I can.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hey, it's CB.
Hey, CB, come back. Say hi. Oh, she dressed up just for Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, CB.
Where are we going to do a little diving?
Soon. May June or July is gonna be perfect time.
He says June or July would be perfect time.
Oh, June's my birthday.
Yeah,
so
we could.
Go.
Birthday dive.
Yeah.
I'll make
Hey, didn't you want to show Gary something?
Yes, I have a little something we're making for Gary since he does so much for everybody else.
Right. He's an artist that does for everybody else, so it's time he gets something.
So this is a sneak preview.
Hold on. Sneak preview. It's not done.
Where can you see this?
Let me get out of the way.
Oh man, that's gonna be cool.
Is that a Meg blanket or a pillow?
No, it's a full-on gonna be a quilt.
Oh. CB, that is crazy cool.
Fogging up.
You forgot to put that stuff on, the anti-fog cream.
I'm glad that's what you were talking about.
No, it was that ointment that you found in the bottle.
Fogged me up. That's what it did.
No, when we get to Florida, we'll have a meeting with Gary and Mark, and we'll plan some dates, and we'll get this Megalodon thing going. June would probably be way better than July. July, I'll be in Montana for 2 weeks, but we'll talk about that.
July sounds great to me then.
Yeah.
All right. Just got to narrow it down to a date. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We gotta let Mark go. He's got to go practice some underwater chess or something.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. All right. We'll let you know about the guests next week and all that.
We appreciate you guys. We really do.
Thank you for being on, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
all right.
Thanks for having us. This is awesome.
Guys.
All right. Sending it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Bye.
That's it for this week. Thanks for watching the Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show, brought to you by Garrett Metal Detectors and ATC's NX5 Diggin tools. Check the ATC event calendar at anacondatreasure.com for showtimes, and tune in again for another extraordinary program packed with brilliance, insight, and fascinating guests. Wait a minute, am I still talking about this show? Anyway, may silver and gold find its way into your pans and under your coils this week. Nectar in the pot for everybody. KG and Ringy out.